Damn it, Nick. It's like every fucking time.
That was 2 times, dude. Give me a break.
Remember when we filmed an entire segment and you forgot to press record?
You've done it too.
And your SD card? Okay, we're gonna start this episode out right with what I like to call the bin of destiny. This is basically like a jug that's always filling up and emptying, and this is all things that people mail me. This one right here called Uptime, it's just got like 40 grams of sugar and a shit ton of caffeine. Fit 8, everybody knows that. Now if you dig down to the core of the bin of destiny, this is where things start to get wild. This stuff right here, I won, what was it called? TMX World Championships 2 years in a row, and I would get a year supply of these things, and 300 milligrams of caffeine, bunch of citrulline, just blows your head off. This is a good one. And then, literally before almost every CrossFit Open workout, I have a Monster energy drink. So, I don't know. What do you want to go with? Are you going to go Uptime, Celsius, or Monster?
Celsius.
I'm going to go Celsius.
All right, I guess let me do Uptime, then we got the whole spectrum.
You sure? Uptime is just sugar and caffeine.
Yeah, then let me get the Celsius.
All right, but what do you want? Do you want Inferno Punch? Or are you trying to up the ante with blueberry pomegranate?
I'm going to go blueberry pomegranate.
All right, Inferno Punch is my kind of world. So, truth be told, we're gonna do the military?
Army Combat Fitness Test.
We're gonna do the Army Combat Fitness Test. This is just total random stuff we're gonna decide to start doing because in reality there's nothing else to do. And we're here to party. So, we got Liam, he just joined the team. He's gonna be our other part of the test group. And we're gonna see what it's like to qualify for the military these days on a fitness standard. Oh. Truth be told, I tried to get into the military years ago. Some of us have tattered pasts, okay? Whatever, I like to pull fire alarms. I'm not a bad guy. Just somebody who gets excited. If you got a knob, someone's gonna have to pull it eventually. I was that guy. And that's 2 felonies. So, first test is a 3 rep max deadlift, and they only go up to 365, and it's supposed to be a hex bar, but we don't have a hex bar, and we're gonna go for 405. So we're just gonna knock that out of the park and make sure that everybody understands that if we did have a hex bar, we could get the job done. And also, we've got a little twist. Every single time the person who loses a test has to eat 2 bananas.
All right. Not forewarned.
I had to pick up 20 bananas on the way up here. No, I didn't tell him at all.
I just said pick up a bushel of bananas.
And a 12 pack of Coors Light.
I also got a tall one.
Breakfast of Champions. Okay. No warm up, by the way. We're always prime. Have you ever pulled 4 plates before?
Yep.
All right, he's gonna nail this. Okay.
I have dainty hands, so I'm going to switch it up.
Yeah. You get a lot stronger when you start to, I learned this, my back and everything got so much stronger when I started doing double overhand.
Yeah. It's just up to like 360.
I'll get the last plates. We technically just passed them. All right, we're just gonna knock this out of the park. No questions asked. Heaviest I've gone in a little while, beltless. Not much of a warm up.
The only thing I might say is you might need to like come to a complete stop, like 1 second.
Really?
And you're gonna get picked apart on the interweb.
Oh fuck.
I saw it in their video, and then I just know. You didn't come, you bounced it off the ground. You didn't come to a complete stop and go there.
This is 50 pounds heavier than the test.
On regular bar.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that everyone knew that we could do it. I mean, listen, I also just ran 26 miles less than 6 days ago.
It's not me, you got it.
I will fight any of you on the internet.
You gotta film the disclaimer.
If you give me a couple more of these Inferno punches, I'll jump this camera. Do you want a belt? Are you good? Safety first.
I don't think the belt necessarily makes
I don't lift safely, but I promote safety while lifting.
Go for one.
Do as I said.
I passed the test already. I'm gonna go for one on this. It's been a while since.
Okay. Just keep your belly button tight. Everybody knows that's the rule of lifting.
Belly button tight, squeeze your asshole.
Tight B cheeks. I think after lifting 425, we should be able to chuck a med ball like 1,000 feet.
You compress your spine and then you extend it. That's
Exactly.
how it works, right? In science.
Strengthen, lengthen, tone. That's how it's used. Come on, dude. Get her done. Get her done. Get her done. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's an F.
I couldn't make these really early.
That's okay. Wish unicycling was part of the military fitness test because your boy would crush. 10-pound ball, covered in spider webs.
Safety first.
My mom got me this painting for Christmas one year, and I put it in my gym, and she got so upset with me. She's like, how could you leave that in your gym? I was like, no, this is my office. Here. You hold that down, and I'll pull this out. Right there.
Not the first time you said that, huh?
Yeah. Woo! I don't know if anybody physically can chuck one of those things that far, but we're gonna try anyways. You better fucking believe that I'm going for it anyways. Because this is the same measurement that you need for the shuttle run. I think the maximum test results is 12 meters. Sick. So you're allowed to, I think, do a couple tests.
Do you want to start on that end so that it doesn't hit the car?
There's no way I'm gonna throw it that far.
Well, it's gonna bounce.
Yeah. Really warmed up at all. Should I do some dynamic stretching? Being limber is one of the most essential parts of being an elite athlete.
Ooh.
I never fucking stretch. I think you can get a couple tests. Let's just do 3 for fun. I did a light one. You should be able to nail it. That helmet's gonna go for fucking forever.
I think so far than the ball.
Yeah. Good. You're supposed to not go over the line. Sit! Not bad. Was it too high?
I don't think it was high. I wasn't really watching.
Were you watching? How was technique?
Piss poor.
Piss poor? Fuck! Come on, dude. If you don't crush my skull in, let's go. Come on! Too low, dude.
Too low with all angles.
You had power for sure.
Slats off the body.
See it? Ah! Damn it, same height. Fuck. I didn't even break 50 feet. Come on, big dog, let's go. Dude, that was really good.
Yeah.
Here,
And then
I got 46 feet.
So that's probably like 42.
We'll measure it, but we'll just measure the difference. All right, pro tips. Well, we didn't even do pro tips for deadlift. First of all, I think deadlift's the kind of thing where it's like you naturally have it and then you train it. Like, it's not like people all of a sudden become freak deadlifters out of nowhere. If you want to get better at deadlifting, one, I would start training double overhand, and it will increase your back strength so you don't round. I typically round. That isn't necessarily 100% bad. Some of the best deadlifters in the world round, but you want to have a better middle back. And the next thing that you really want to do is people go sumo and then I go traditional. As far as traditional, I try to tuck my hips, drive through my heels, and then from right here, I'm trying to basically rip my hips forward towards the bar and lift through my shoulder blades. So I'm opening my hips by driving through my hips, and I'm ripping up through my shoulder blades. And I take a big breath, and then exhale at the top, come back down, boom. And you can hold your breath through, but it's probably not the best. Pro tip for this one, I would say it's all about height. You also want to get up onto your toes. I used to throw javelin, and one of our things was power drills. You want to get up through your toes because the more length that you have in your body, the more velocity you could potentially have, because length versus power adds velocity. I don't know if that's a science formula, but if Einstein was here, he'd probably give me some kind of high five. But you want to go as tall as possible, long as possible, and I think you want to brace through your core and then exhale as tough as you can, and it's accentuating your glutes. Like, you want to bend a penny and then butt cheeks, and then you might be able to get 46 feet someday. I think on the test, 46 divided by
3.3.
I think we beat the standard. We beat the highest level score that you can get. Basically 100%, guys. Now let's go back to the drawing board. Pause for a second. We got to find out. We got to do this shuffle hustle. Oh no, it's hand release push-ups now. Okay, so deadlifts, obviously, ripped them. Ball throw contest, feeling pretty macho about it. I mean, who doesn't like to toss balls around, show who's boss? Now we're gonna go into hand release push-ups. This is kind of like an iconic thing in the military. Obviously, I would like to go in with a relatively high score for this. 60 to 80, bare minimum, or I'm gonna be pissed at myself. Because Murph is important to me. Basically, I don't know what the pro tips are on this one. I don't do hand release push-ups. I understand it's a standard, but I don't think it's really necessary to train. I get that they're trying to prove something and make sure it's universal and pretty easy to record. So we're gonna learn while we're doing this. So understand if you guys see some little rough and tumble reps, it's our first time ever trying to do the hand release, hand extend, back up, back down. And we're gonna pump Volcano Man while doing this. So you're not gonna hear us talk or anything, because Volcano Man's kind of important to us here at this establishment.
Can you sing for us real quick?
I don't really know the words. Just Volcano Man!
That's all we need.
That's it. That's all he really says. I don't know what the girl says. All I like to do is scream Volcano Man. Don't let me feel bad. I don't know. I got 68. Oh my gosh. 47. Holy crap. All right, pro tips. Train your push-ups, I guess. That's like probably tip number one. Tip number two is I went 40 and then I went 28. So obviously I dropped by like 30% capacity. There's nothing you can really do. Especially if you have longer arms. screw your triceps in as you're going up to the top. Don't try to flare out, because eventually, like push-ups, I really train a ton of tricep extensions. When I was training for Murph, triceps blew out before everything else because it's the smallest muscle group, 200-pound man, obviously being supported by a little horseshoe back here, kind of breaks down. So train your triceps a ton. Obviously, deltoids were going out. I've been doing a lot of behind the neck presses to build up the top head of the deltoid. Obviously, you can see there was a lot of conditioning in that. Start to get your breath, like routine down. Before next thing you know, you're holding your breath, counting, and you've kind of gone anaerobic for too quickly. So those are my pro tips. And it's a little disorganized this time because I'm tired. Holy crap, that was way hard. I need more Celsius.
Not dropping them on the ground to complete the 4th lap.
Feel good? 3, 2, 1, go! Looking good, looking good. Oh! This is why it's different out here in the dirt. Yard dog. 11 seconds. There you go. Quick turn, quick turn, quick turn. Go, 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 go. Side couple back. Side jump off. There you go. Don't cross it, don't cross it. You're looking good, you're looking good. Good. Go, 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 go. You're doing really well. Come on. Pick him up, pick him up. Remember, you gotta place them on the way back. Don't let them drop or everyone's gonna talk shit about you. There you go.
Strong, dude. Looking strong.
Your score's good, dude. You're going sub 2 minutes for sure. Come on, come on, come on. Place them nicely, delicately. Spread! Nice. 132. I don't know what a good score is, but that looked pretty good. I have to say, based on watching that, which I want him to go first so I could get a strategy, don't go hard in the very beginning because you could slip.
Yeah, make sure you slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. So you got 132. Oh, that marathon is really starting to set in. I'll admit, I've done way too much this week after that marathon. But okay, here we go. Here would be my pro tips. 1, good shoes. I don't know if the military specifies what shoes you should be wearing, but I bet you I may have gotten 5 seconds alone on turnaround times just because of these compared to his shoes. Other than that, like obviously start out fast, but the sled's like the first real part of the workout. And then the last real part of the workout is nailing those kettlebells. Like there's two beefy things in the center of it that are kind of like, all the other parts are distracting. If you're slow, like you're obviously not gonna get a great score. But the real meat and potatoes of it is that sled drag, which is meant to be powerful and fast. And then the kettlebells, like you just gotta have great upper back strength, core control, and really just hustle. If you push those two things, you should have a really good score. Like I'd say that's the things you need to focus on, because everything else in between, I think, is just a kind of a little fluff around the meat and potatoes of it all. Fuck. Still breathing. I think if I had a little more rest, I could probably go maybe 110. That would be a nice score. I wonder if anybody's gone sub 60. Do you think that's possible?
On turf, yeah.
You want to just go?
I guess so. So this is the military's new standard of pulling exercises. It's like a knee to elbow tuck, and it's a little bit challenging to get, but down. So it's not like a full pull-up, but you can feel everything from your lats to your lats and your obliques and core engage. And it is something where technique's important. You do want to come down to a dead hang, but if you keep core tension, I'm assuming you can get a lot more of these reps. Because as soon as you start rotating, you're leaking energy. So, because I was doing before, I'm guessing here, pike out. So point your toes at the bottom. I'm guessing probably the best. I'm gonna try to go for, if I'm lucky, 25 or 30. Maybe I'll pop though, who knows?
Box short legs, because it's not really time, right?
No, it's two, I mean, technically it's 2 minute timer. Let's go, bud, I'll count for you. Keep it tight, 1, 2, point your toes at the bottom, it'll help. 3, 4, come on. 5, 6, we're doing the military combat score. 7, come on, don't let your body rotate. 8, keep it up, we gotta touch those at least the elbow. 9, come on.
I can hang up here all day.
Yeah, you can. 10, fight for it, fight for it, fight for it, fight for it. Come on, come on, come on. 10, all right.
It's a pass.
What's your, keep an eye on me.
3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Biceps almighty. So, it was quick until all of a sudden it was not. It was a pretty big drop off. And I was actually on the bar same amount of time as him, and you saw how I just moved quickly through the reps. It's because I know I'm tired. Like, eventually, time under tension will take you out. It doesn't matter how strong you are, time under tension will get you. With a 2-mile run, I'm a bit beat up from doing the marathon. So we're gonna do this thing. It's through the mountains here. We're in Malibu. If you look outside, we're on top of mountains. We're running through mountains. I think the bare minimum scores. What for 2 miles? If you want top level scores, 13 minutes.
I think it might be higher than that.
We're gonna add
like 7:30.
We're gonna add the score right underneath here, but I'm gonna run with him out and just pace him. Try to kind of keep my body a little bit in check. I'm gonna take the next couple days off and realize I'm a bit tired. I'm enthusiastic, I'll admit, but also I understand there's a point where you go too far and I've got important things coming up. But here's just some pro tips if you're gonna try to run this event. I would say most people that I know who are amateur to like novice to like mediocre level runners, they go out faster than they finish. I, as a high level runner, and if I study other high level runners, I tend to see that they finish faster than they started. If you ever watch, even at the highest level of marathoning, which is 26 miles, those guys near the finish line are cooking it because they know they've been under the control and then they allow themselves to push at the very end. So if you're gonna do this test, understand that it's 2 miles. You have, even the fastest people in the world who are taking this test are probably gonna be running it around a 5-minute pace or a little bit lower. And those people will probably start out with a 5-minute and then maybe finish with a 4:45, even the best people. So do not start out somebody the first lap running a 5-minute pace and then finish at a 10-minute pace, because that's not gonna make you a fitter person, a better person, a more well-rounded person. That just makes you look like a chump and feel like a chump. So let's go get this thing done. I'm gonna attach the GoPro to us and we're gonna tackle it and show you what our score is. All right, so we are gonna go do that 2-mile course. In this course, we're probably gonna have about 400 feet plus of climbing, maybe 500, and a little bit of pavement, a little bit of dirt up here in the hills. We'll be back in a second. I wanna break 15 for sure. See ya. I'm about to throw up right now. I had a sandwich and some pre-workout before we started this thing. Definitely not a good cocktail. I used wasabi mix for my sandwich, so now my throat's tastes spicy. We got Liam, he's chugging. So this is basically the only flat section of the whole run. Then we go up to those hills back there, crest the mountain, come back down the other side. I'll catch you guys on the turnaround. You starting to feel it?
Hills ain't no joke.
Yeah. We're climbing. We got, oh shit, my watch died. I know where the turnaround point is though. This sucks ass. Sorry guys. I'm not gonna probably be able to give you an accurate score. That was my own fault. But I'll tell you where it is. Come on. Let her out, let her out.
I just love a jacket, I shit myself.
Well, if you poop, we can't see it.
These are pretty free.
Okay. You wanna give anybody any pro tips back at home about throwing up?
Yeah.
Do you want to thank anybody? Jesus.
I'd like to thank my couch baseball teammates for teaching me how to throw up without touching myself.
That's good.
No, it doesn't work.
Alright, we gotta finish this run. I'm starting to feel a lot better. I was really tired in the beginning of this run. Obviously we're going downhill right now, so that's kind of a little blessing, but you know, I'm feeling myself. It's no big deal. Sending a little Britney Spears. Liam, on the other hand,
I feel great. I don't know what you're talking about.
he's 100% gonna throw up. We're on the home friggin' stretch, baby! Running down here, down the mountain, cranking around the corner. You're probably holding a 5-minute mile or something, but obviously we don't know that because my watch died. All right, coming through. Down the finisher tunnel. Call this the finish line. Sprint! Push, 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 push. I want him to throw up so bad. Come on, you gotta make it past these rocks. Wow. We're so proud. Oh. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Bad news for us.
My watch died, so I can't give you guys time. But luckily, I've lived here for 8 years, so I know exactly where the mile marker is and back. We ran it hard. Liam almost threw up, which we're proud of. We're definitely proud of. And
Never better.
And what else did we do? It was fun, dude. A little bit of hills, a little bit of downhill, you know, all equal in the end. I'll just give you my overview of the test. I'm not in the military, first of all. I can't tell you if it's super relevant. But I've hung out around a lot of military people. My buddy Chris McNamara, super stallion, probably has the #1 training center in the country as far as, you know, high-level military athletes. And I would say it seems kind of similar to the stuff that he was talking about, that he put some of the big-time hot shots in the military through. I like it. I like the fact that there's strength in there through the deadlift. That seems something that's like very fair, like you're picking heavy things up off the ground and transporting around the military. I like the shuttle run. Seems to make a lot of sense, like, you know, everything back and forth, being able to be a little agile. The push-up test, like, I don't know what push-ups do for people in the military, but I think it's just strength, endurance. It's pretty simple, low-level equipment, so you can train easily for it, and you can apply it easily and measure it easily. I don't get the whole wing out thing. I don't know if that necessarily really helps anybody, but maybe more measurable and consistent. The knee to elbow thing, confused by that. Confused. But cool. And then the 2-mile test, I think that's great. I would say a mile test is too short and still pretty anaerobic, so it's not good enough. I think the 2-mile test, like, I think that's a really good fitness indicator. I've always used 2-mile tests to find out how fit I am before season. Like, I've always dreamed of being able to run a sub 10 2-mile, front squat 315 twice, and then be able to row sub 6 in the 2K. So, you know, you got some factors in this test that are similar to that. And I would say if you want to be really, really good at this stuff, get your conditioning up, because we're tired after this thing. You know, if you're not fit, you're not going to do well. And then the second thing that I would do is just train sport specific. You should be running doing 4 aerobic pieces a week for about 2 months leading up to this thing to be fit enough to really score highly on the test. And then you have to be doing sport specific stuff to do well on the test. Nothing in here other than the deadlift is really going to hold you back. So let's say you just totally tank the deadlift. You could be pretty skinny and fit and do really, really well on these tests. Actually, I think the lighter person is going to do better on all of these tests because everything is still so body weight centric that it's not going to challenge you. So do your aerobic work, train sport specific. If you guys want to learn some more about what we do, obviously check us out at House Training, Hunter's Academy of Strength. We've got 3 programs there that are consistent. I think the pro program's really good for something like this. I would say we got training guides, which are going to be able to just buy one and done, read through it, learn a lot. But listen, I'm not the expert on everything. If I were you, the best tip that I could give you is go find people that are in the military who are really, really fit, like my buddy Chandler Smith. He probably is a great person to go look up to. Go find out information from them, train your absolute hardest, and go crush the test. We just did this for fun because we got a lot of free time. We love working out. I want to say thanks to Liam. Liam's a great indicator of, you know, where we're starting and where we can get to. He just joined the team, so hopefully he's just going to be all abs and arms one of these days. So more to come. Thanks for watching. I don't like orange. It tastes like that's been sitting there for a long time.